Over the course of the past couple of years, we've had this common theme a lot of times where how do we get to this point where so many physicians are burning out and just disenchanted with medicine in general? And we've just touched on some of this. It's that workflow, the overwhelming, patient demands that are placed on you by the insurance company in the way the model is now. And then to take it even a step further, the EMR aspect of it too, where you are multitasking and the laying on of hands has been diminished. The ability to interview a patient, look them in the eye, has kind of gone by the wayside in many practices. So I think what we're seeing here too, but with DPC, is this ability to kind of help us get back to our first calling and the roots of medicine, which is taking care of the patient, not fulfilling quotas or needs that are put on us.
Well, let me say one thing on that, Dr. Bell. What was really interesting when COVID hit is that really showed all the fallacies in the healthcare system. Everybody here agree? Okay.
Yeah.
And my wife and I, it was almost a year ago, actually probably about this time, I had some speaking engagements in Kentucky and Indiana. I don't know if I got sick. I started up there. I don't know if it was from there or it was from my daughter who tested negative for COVID, but we're pretty sure she had it. So Missy and I both had it in October last year. And Missy was about 2 days later than me, and she was feeling terrible. So I had to drive through the drive-through testing thing, and her heart rate was like at 119. And the nurse said, you need to get to the ER or go see your doctor. Her doctor literally, even in Atlanta where we are, happened to be right around the corner. So we drove over there, and they wouldn't see her. They wouldn't see her because she hadn't gotten a test result back from COVID, so she couldn't see her doctor. So we came home, and she had a horrible sore throat. It was terrible, and her symptoms were very different than mine. We called Dr. Gross down in Northport, Florida, and obviously he's not our doctor. He's a friend, and he talked to her. He said, "Missy, you have any heart problems?" She said, "No." She said, "More than likely you're fighting an infection, and you might want to get some prednisone or something, or maybe a steroid or some type or something." I think that's right. I don't want to misquote him or make him sound bad. That's what I recall, something like that. But he spent 5 minutes with us, and he still saw patients all through COVID. So the DPC practices went through the roof because they were still seeing patients. And that's kind of what I'm saying. I mean, telemedicine, obviously was really garbage up to that point because we put it in our plans, and I watched the utilization of that was not good. Now, obviously, it's off the chain, and everybody has it. Yeah, doctors' offices are offering it.
One of the silver linings that emerged from COVID was the emergence of moving telemedicine up to the front of the line. I mean, we needed it in wound care forever, and now it's being utilized. But anyway, please continue.
But I just want to say that's the difference. And I mean, when I say a relationship, I'm talking about a real relationship. When you're one of 2,000, there's no relationship there. There's not. And I've watched it. I've watched a person that was on Percocet for 15 years. I watched Dr. Gross bring in the spouse and sit and consult with them both, fire their pain doctor, and the person is now opioid free. I didn't even know you could walk and talk on Percocet. But you know what I'm saying? That is the difference. There's no way a primary care doctor in a fee-for-service environment could ever do that and follow up to make sure you came back. So it is not even close.
Thank you so much for joining us for this discussion today. If you'd like to learn more about our guest, head on over to our Patreon page, where you can access exclusive content, including the full segment of our show. Never want to miss an Inside the Doctor's Lounge clip? Be sure to click the subscribe button to our MD Coaches YouTube channel. As always, we appreciate suggestions for future show topics. Let us know what you're thinking in the comments below. And finally, special thanks to Ryan Jones, who created and performs our theme music for the show.